Alright, I'm not going too crazy on this thing yet, but I did get my 1940 Desoto in the shop. Wanted to get it moved before winter. And when I'm not working on the 57, got a bunch of stupid little things that keep pissing me off. So I end up walking over here and just tinkering on this thing a little bit. So I'm starting with the doors. I want to get the doors to open and latch. None of them worked. This one now opens and shuts very nicely. Even got the door lock to work. So, very happy with that. On this one, the upper hinge is either broken or worn out completely. So I got to pull that whole hinge out, and that's going to be fun because I used Phillips screws on there. Hopefully I can get that taken care of, rebuild that hinge. On the other side, somehow this doorpost is disconnected from the roof. I'm not sure what the deal is there, but you can see that's not supposed to happen. And there's kind of a big gap all the way along here. So, not sure exactly what's going on there, but this is broken off of it. That's like separated. Doesn't really look like someone cut it, so I don't know what happened. But I gotta figure out how this all connects to the roof so that I can weld it back together. This other door, the hinge is fine. It opens and closes pretty smoothly. I just gotta rebuild the latch like I did the other side. All I did was pull it apart, clean it up, and oil it, and it's been good, so got that going. These two front doors are going to be a pain, so I'm just starting with the easy stuff. This hood is completely destroyed, but that's what I've got, so that's what I'm going to start working with. The nose isn't too bad. I think that would be the hardest part to straighten up, so figure I'll start with this passenger side one. Most of it's decent until we get to the back here, so see if I can straighten that out, make that good. The top of the radiator support's all twisted, so I think what I'm going to do is get my engine hoist over here and just pick up on it. We've got a friend, but I'm just going to pick up on it and see if I can straighten it out and stress relieve the bends. If I can do something with that. I did get the hinge separated. That wasn't too terrible, surprisingly. So that's going to be a pretty big project, getting this side straightened up. I have a feeling this is going to be the car that teaches me sheet metal work. So in a way, I'm kind of excited about it. I did get the roof popped out. This thing was caved in like a good foot. I made a video of this car a long time ago when I first bought it, and I'm not sure if I showed that or not, but the roof is still pretty wavy, but I never did any body work. I just stood up inside the car and pushed it out. I don't have the proper deck lid for it. This is off of my 48 Chrysler, and it very much does not fit, but I figure worst case scenario, I pull the skin off of the framework, make the skin fit the car, and then either build my own framework or modify this framework. It's pretty close to the same shape. At least it's got a starting point for all the bends and stuff. So I figure if I have to make my own deck lid here, that would be something to work with. And that's about it. I got some leaf springs for the back. Both leaf springs are broken. I think this car was used as like a field truck, more or less, It looks like they probably bought a new car and just retired this one, and then this was the field beater. This corner, the upper passenger side corner of the leaf spring was broken, and it wore a big hole through the frame rail. And then the other side, opposite of that, is also broken. So I would imagine the only way that that happened was they were bombing through ruts in a field or something. The brake line has been repaired with copper tubing and compression fittings, which is the absolute worst thing you can do. And then inside the car, there's this really weird triangular hole that someone hammered in there. It looked like with an axe or something. So part of me is wondering if they had something sitting back here and they were feeding stuff through the hole or something going through the fields, because the bottom of the seat frame is missing as well. I don't have the springs for it. So anyways, there's just a bunch of stupid little things that make me wonder about the history of the car. But the rear brakes are also pinched off, so evidently they were just making things work while it still somewhat ran. But anyways, that's the starting point. I just wanted to get a bit of a video of what I'm starting with here before I get too far into it. This fender was completely horseshoe shaped, and you can see it's actually fender shaped now. That was a couple hours of roughing that in. I still got to fix the back of the fender. It's completely pulled away from the structure. But with this clamped up, it's actually almost a fender again. It was actually completely torn in here, so I welded that all back up. There's a bunch of lead body filler in here. That's kind of cool. But anyways, that's the 40 Desoto. Plan for it, flathead Ford V8. Not sure what transmission, but like to make the original 3-speed on the column work. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but I mocked up that 8BA and it fits really well. So I think I'm going to pick up where I left off on my 37 Plymouth and end up doing that to this car, doing that engine swap. So that's the plan. Like I said, I'm not going to get too crazy on it. I want to get my 57 running first, button up some other things, but this will be the next long-term project.